Hey guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we're in Brno in Czechoslovakia, having just dropped off the last load. We don't need to rest because we rested on the way here, and we've leveled up to level 10, so we should be able to get a better truck now. So what I'm going to do is have a look at truck dealers here, and well, the nearest one is at Prague. It probably makes sense to go there. There's no reason why not, to be honest. It's fairly central to the map, so I should be able to get to a few places from there as well. So let's have a look in that truck dealer and see what they've got to offer. So that's the one we've got now, and it's 380 horsepower. So let's see what's available. That's level 16, so we can't have that. We can have that, which is 480 horsepower, so that's another 100 horses. That looks quite nice, actually. Let's go a bit further. That's 430, so that's not really as good. I think we want the 480 one if we're going to go for any of those. 440, 460, that's level 16, 480 level 15, 460 level 16, 380, that's the one we've got, 460 horsepower, 480 horsepower. What's it going to cost? Well, trading value is 47, so we're only going to pay excuse me, we're only going to pay 49,000. So I'm going to hit trade in. Do you really want to sell your current truck? Yeah, that'll do. Congratulations, you successfully traded your old truck for a brand new Renault Magnum. Excellent. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Yes, I'm sure it has. So the question is this going to end up back in Cambridge, or do we get it here? I think we get it here. That doesn't look like we're in Cambridge to me. With a bit of luck, we're still in Prague, because that would work rather nicely. That's the dealership. Because we'd be back in Felixstowe if anyone. I wonder if this is Felixstowe. Potentially it could be, because the other Renault dealer was in Felixstowe. But then no, they delivered to the garage in Cambridge. So let's just have a look at the world map and see where it says we're sitting. Prague. We're still in Prague. Excellent. Okay, so we now have a better truck. But before I go any further, I'm going to go into the company manager and the garage manager. And that's the only garage we've got, which is Cambridge. So how do we upgrade the garage? Upgrade. Upgrading this garage will add on 2 extra slots. Okay, do you tell me anywhere how much it's going to cost me? You don't have enough money. Minimum 144,000. We've got 88, so we need to earn some money and then we can upgrade that garage. Okay, that's fine, that's good. So let's see where we're going to go with our brand new truck. We're here, Prague. Wouldn't mind popping across into Poland, but doesn't look like that's on. Kiel, where's Kiel? Oh, right up there. Luxembourg is across there. Luxembourg, Kiel, Hamburg, not much different to Kiel. Rostock. So we might as well go for the best payer, because at the end of the day it ain't going to make much difference. And I think wherever we go, we're probably going to have to rest on the way. So I'm going to take that. So we're going to do beef from DHL to UPS in Luxembourg. Have we been to Luxembourg before? Can't remember. Yeah, see, the temptation is to go for somewhere we haven't been before. I'm just going to check the F6 display. I am, if I get back into the lorry. Let's just get in there. So next rest stop is 7 hours. Yes, I think no matter what we do, the odds are we are going to have to rest on the way. So I'm going to go to Luxembourg and I'm going to take the beef. Why not? Okay, so let's do that. And this will be our first trip in our new truck, so we'll see how things go. Okay, now are our lights on, off, or indifferent? Oh, right, they're on now. I like the look of the inside of the truck, I've got to say. Still got my digital speedo, which I do like. Okay, so which way have we got to go? We've got to go right out of here, but look at it. There's nothing coming, I can see that. So let's get out of the truck dealer. Whoop. Hello. Oh, we're on the wrong side of the road. Oh, good. Hang on, chaps. Don't worry, mate. I'll sort this out in a second. I didn't realise I'd gone quite that far up. No. I'm making a right pig's ear of this now. Right, there we go. We got out. Ooh. Right, so we want to go straight on at this junction. So my apologies for that complete and utter mess of getting out of the truck dealer, but we've done it and we're going, so that's what matters. I can feel this feels faster already. Of course, we've now got a left-hand drive truck because I bought it in Europe, but it doesn't matter. I'm not particularly bothered about that. It'll just feel a bit stranger when we get back to the UK, but maybe that's what was confusing me when I came out there. So I was thinking it was still right-hand drive, which of course it's not going to be when you buy it in Europe. So okay, so with a bit of luck we can go straight on here, and I've just got to find where the depot is. I don't know quite what that bus is doing. Is he trying to turn across there? Because if he was trying to turn right across me. Wouldn't surprise me with the buses, but... So this feels a lot easier to accelerate, I've got to say. You just touch the pedal now and it seems to really sort of accelerate much better. There's another 100 horsepower, so it should be quite a bit better. Okay, we're going left here at this roundabout. So if you give my complete pig's ear of leaving the lorry dealer, what are you doing? God. Okay, mate, just pull out in front of me. What's going on here? Come on, guys, sort it out. What on earth are you doing? I'll try and sneak round him, because this is my depot here, I think. Honestly, traffic does some strange things. Right, okay. So there we go, there's our beef, that's what we'll do, and we'll try and head off to Luxembourg shortly. So, I'm now going to head over here, because this is our trailer over here, I believe. He says confidently. Yeah, there it is, look. Almost exactly behind us now. So I'm going to have to watch speed limits, because I think I'm going to be going... You're obviously going to go faster, a lot quicker in this truck, because it has got a fair bit more power, and we shouldn't have such a problem with uphill stretches, hopefully. We'll see. Okay, attach the trailer and get the hell out of here. So, we need to go out of here and go right, which is fine by me at the moment, so that's what I'm going to do. There was a discoverable down there, but I could see it's a recruitment agency, and I know where quite a few recruitment agencies are at the moment, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to go this way. Are we being sensible, AI traffic? Yes, we are. deeper ones. It's weird how they do funny things at roundabouts. Sometimes they get stuck halfway round the roundabout and create massive traffic jams because they haven't read their highway code, which says don't enter a roundabout unless your exit's clear, but then nobody does that. Touch the curve there, don't worry about that. And they pull across you, and it's most peculiar, some of it. I mean, the buses seem to be the worst, though. They're the ones I have the biggest problems with. Frankfurt is off to the left down there. So we're leaving Prague, heading back towards Brno at the moment, but I'm sure we'll be turning off that in a second or two. We're going off at this next slip road here, so we'll be heading basically west across Europe, pretty much. Can't remember if I've visited Luxembourg already, but if I have, I have. Be nice to do the first journey in the new truck and see where we end up from there. Luxembourg's fairly central as well, so we can go to virtually all of Germany, France. From Czech Republic to Poland would have been nice while we're here, but it didn't happen. There wasn't any jobs to Poland, so we'll go with what we've got. Of course, you've always got the option of linking your profile to World of Trucks and taking external contracts from World of Trucks, and then you'd have a much bigger range of jobs. So maybe that's a move, because it does have an economy within Euro Truck. So I think the jobs and types of jobs that are available to you depends on how the Euro Truck economy is going. That's how I understand it. But I'm not quite sure how you know what the economy is doing or how you affect it. Because one other thing about having this new truck is it came with a full tank of fuel. So I don't have to worry about refuelling yet for a while. We're speeding. Now that doesn't surprise me because I'm, as I say, a lot smoother accelerating, and before you know where you are, you're actually, you know, going perhaps a bit faster than you wanted. Now this is an uphill stretch, and yeah, we're losing a little bit of speed as we go uphill, but not a vast amount, not compared to last time with that last truck. So yeah, I quite like it so far. Quite happy with this. I know some people don't like Renaults. I mean, personally, I don't know why. I mean, they're French, but what's wrong with that? The only make I would really prefer is the Mercedes-Benz, I have to say. I do like Mercedes. But I've never owned a Renault car, so I can't comment on, you know, that side of things, whether people have owned Renault cars and had problems with them. But then I think you can have problems with any car. It doesn't have to be a Renault. I used to own a Rover, back in the day, Rover 216S it was, and it was an absolute nightmare. I now drive a Hyundai, which is obviously Japanese, I believe, and that's a nice little car, to be honest. Not the biggest car in the world, but it's economical on petrol. Road tax is very good because it's very low emissions. And yeah, nice. So nice little car, the Hyundai. It's an i10. Okay, not the biggest car in the world, but does what I need it to do. And I do like it, I must say. But I did have that Rover, and it was an absolute nightmare. So, you know, if somebody says, well, I don't like Renaults because I had one that was dodgy, well, it can happen with anything, I'm afraid. So left-hand drive truck now. I'm going to have to remember we're on left-hand drive, which feels a bit strange, I have to admit, at the moment, but I'm sure we'll get used to that. I suppose that's the only advantage. Had I gone back to Felixstowe to buy another Renault, I could have got another right-hand drive one, but does it matter that much? I don't think so. And as more of the driving is in Europe than in the UK anyway, because there's obviously more cities in Europe, and more jobs going across Europe, so therefore, having a left-hand truck for Europe roads is probably a pretty reasonable idea, really. So I'm quite happy with it, I've got to say. So we need 144,000 to improve that garage, and we're on 88, so we need another 56. But during that time, we will probably have to buy fuel. So I reckon about 3 or 4 jobs probably, and then I'll be able to go back in the garage manager and upgrade that garage. Unless, of course, I go to the bank and borrow the money, because I've got a 400,000 credit limit, but I don't know if I want to do that, really. Don't know, we'll think about it. But it's quite interesting when looking at the Renault trucks that there didn't seem to be... The other trucks that become available at level 15 and 16 didn't seem to have any more horsepower than this one, which seems a bit strange, but they didn't. So maybe we'll just go through 5 or 6 levels and get to like level 15, 16, and then possibly look for a Mercedes-Benz somewhere, or possibly a Volvo. I don't mind the idea of a Volvo. Swedish, I think. Well, look, nothing against Sweden. Nice country. Bit cold, but yeah, so could look at Volvo. Border. Bye-bye, Czech Republic. Hello, unless I'm much mistaken, Deutschland. What are you doing, mate? I'm saying I was really hoping to move back in there, but then I'm coming up behind this fairly slow moving vehicle, so I think I might stay out here and go past him. Mind you, it's up hills, that might be why he's running a bit slow, but this is so much better than before when that other truck struggled to get up the inclines. Be interesting to see if we get one of those steeply uphill slip roads and see how it does. That'll be a good comparison. We'll possibly go to a quarry and see how we do, because I struggled getting out of that quarry. That was a nightmare. So, well, we're moving. We're on our way to Luxembourg. And that will be another delivery done, more money in the bank, and we then need to think about what we do in terms of the truck when we get to level 15, 16. I might sort of have a look around some different makes and see if anybody's got anything that goes better than 480 horsepower. Maybe we're better off just sticking with this. Save us money, use the money to upgrade garages and buy garages instead of spending it on another truck. Could do that. The strategy is very flexible, really. I mean, yeah, you might have a strategy in mind, but then you might think, hang on a minute, I'm not going to do what I thought I was going to do, I'm going to do this instead. And the simulation's got all that flexibility in it, which is great. It's one of the best things about it, in my view. The scenery, of course, is stunning, but the ability to sort of plan how you're going to grow your company, and then, as most companies do, mid-course corrections, I think they're called. But you sort of perhaps change plans. And any good company will make a plan, measure their progress against it, review that plan, and possibly change it. So, who knows what we might end up doing. But I'm sort of tempted to get the money to upgrade the garage and then buy a cheap truck, like the basic Renault 80,000 or whatever it is, and get a driver to drive it for me. And the next question then is, what's our employment policy going to be? Are we going to employ only males, only females, a mixture of the two. I don't think sex matters. I think what matters is what their skills like. That's going to be the key thing. And I do want somebody who's got at least some skill points against long distance, because I do want them doing fairly long distance jobs and bringing in a fair bit of money. Obviously, if they do long distance jobs, they'll complete less jobs, but they're obviously, more lucrative. So, well, we'll have a look around and see what we find and what we like the look of when the time comes. Again, lots of flexibility. Change the strategy if you think it's not working, and if you get a driver and they're really not doing it, you can fire them and hire somebody else. So it's not like you take somebody and you're stuck with them for life sort of thing. You're not. You can say, sorry mate, you're not doing well enough, so I'm going to sack you. Right, loan instalment has been paid. It's midday, so another 2,310 gone. Of course, that's the other thing. I could have a look in the bank and see how much it's going to cost us to pay that loan off. We could do that. We could clear that loan and then take another one, possibly, to upgrade garages. There's lots of almost spoilt for choice as to which best way to do it, really. And everybody will have different ideas about what the best way is. That's inevitable. It doesn't matter what simulation you play. If you play flight simulation like I do with X-Plane 10, and you see some of those videos on my channel, people like different planes, people like different airports, people like flying different routes. And that's the beauty of it. I mean, you can fly anywhere you want in the world, basically. And if you don't want to fly a 777, you want to fly a Cessna 172, well, you can do it. But obviously you're going to be stopping a great deal more because you haven't got the same endurance in a Cessna. But, yeah, you can do it. You can fly short legs and eventually end up doing whatever. Come on, mate, where are you going? Right, he's moving out. Made a bit of a fuss about it, but he's done it. So, Stuttgart, München, Nuremberg. So I reckon that's Stuttgart, Munich and Nuremberg. And we are heading that way. And eventually to Luxembourg. And we'll review our position after we've levelled up a few more times, I think, and then decide what we should do. What we should do. I like the way they indicate, but then move out immediately. There's no sort of indicate and, no mirror signal manoeuvre. It's like signal manoeuvre. Signal and get out there, that's it. Malcolm Logistics Services, never heard of him. Could be a real company, might not be, don't know. I'm not sure whether all the trailers you see with the mod I've got installed are all real companies. I mean, they're not the basic ones that come with the game, like Transinet and Stokes and people like that, because they're not real. I've never heard of them anyway. If there's a trucking company out there called Stokes, I apologise, but there could be. I mean, I don't see why Stokes should be such a rare name. Transinet I've never heard of. Tremeri I've never heard of, but it sounds Italian. It's got Euro acres for the farms. Well, that's obviously a combination of euro and acres, so I don't think that's real. So I suspect they're not, and with that mod installed, certainly a number of the trailers we see are, but there might still be one or two that are not. You can't really know every company. I mean, Not to worry. So I would quite like to get to a trip to Poland fairly soon, and one to Italy. I think they're two that I'd quite like to do before too long. A couple of countries not been to yet. I mean, virtually really any country you haven't been to and any city you haven't been to is worth doing. Increase the percentage of roads you've covered, and tick the cities off the list as you go. I mean, most of them we've gone to all the discoverables. There's the odd one or two where we haven't, but it doesn't really matter. We've got so many recruitment agencies, we know where they are now. I don't think we've seen a Mercedes-Benz dealer though. I think we saw a Volvo dealer. Can't remember where, but I'm pretty sure we saw one. I know we've seen MAN dealers and a Scania dealer, I believe, Iveco dealer, DAF dealers. We've got 2 or 3 of those. So just about everything, I think, apart from Mercedes. But maybe we'll find one fairly soon. So I'm staying in the right-hand lane again. Keep out the car's way and let them do what they need to do. We've got some services coming up here. Oh, sorry. But you did sort of come hurtling up the outside of me. Right. I pulled in the services, as you can see. I'm going to go and rest. I'm going to go and rest now. We've got an hour and 51 minutes, but I'm going to do it now. Get it out of the way. Might be a bit early, but what the hell. Let's get in here. We've still got 6 hours of the journey to go, so we'd have to do it fairly soon. So where can we... Oh, it's not the same as normal. Normally you just go straight across in front there and you'd rest there, but... Tesco! Ooh. First time I've seen a Tesco trailer, I think. So you can let us rest there. There we go, that'll do. Right, stop the engine and rest, get that out of the way. Start the engine and let's go. Now of course pitch black because it's now 10-11 o'clock at night. I think we had a slight accident pulling into the services there. But there's no obvious signs of damage to our brand new truck. It could be a little bit of damage to the trailer, which might have damaged our cargo slightly, but not a lot, and it's beef, so beef's hard to get and take much damage anyways. It's not like it's fragile. Beef isn't fragile. By definition it's meat. So not sure if our trailer is refrigerated for carrying beef. I suppose it could be. I don't think it tells you if the cargo's refrigerated or not. Okay, so let's try to get to Luxembourg without any further problems. A bit of a disaster up until now. Well, not a disaster, but, you know, far from perfect, let us say. But it's my first time driving a left-hand drive truck, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. The interesting thing is you indicate, but they still don't sort of move over. He could have moved over another lane, but he didn't. Even though I'd indicated I was going to move out there, he still stuck steadfast to that lane. But there you go. I'm going to have some high beam on the headlights for a few minutes because I can't see a lot there. Just dip it so I don't blind anybody. Won't blind it there, so he's not even pointing at him, so... So, what is it? 20 past 11 at night. There seems to be quite a bit of traffic on this road. We're obviously on a major road across Europe. way from Czech Republic to Luxembourg through Germany. And we've still got 200 and odd miles to go, so 5 hours. So we're going to get there at what, 4 in the morning, something like that. So it's going to be dark the rest of the way, so sorry about that, guys. Not going to see much of the wonderful scenery on this run. Not really a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. I do like to try and do some daylight runs and some night runs, so you get to see both, and I'm not really sure which I prefer. I'm not sure there's much in it. I think just take the jobs that you want to do. Right, so we're going off here. We are if we don't hit that barrier, which we didn't. So we'll indicate right. See if I can see where the slip road is. Asphalt, that'll be us down here. Okay. That's fine. So 37 mile an hour limit again. Now that feels like we're going uphill and we're actually accelerating, which we couldn't do in the previous truck, so that's really good news. So let's try and get through this. Don't know what that sign's about, but don't use the runners to us. Oh, we're coming into a very windy road. I wonder if that's that same road we went down before, which was 37 miles an hour, winding here, there and everywhere. Could be. So we might be following a road that we've already done, which means it won't add to our percentage of roads explored, but can't do that every time. I mean, the more you explore, obviously the more times you're going to be on roads you've already done, because there are less you haven't done, if you see what I mean. So that's an inevitability, really. Losing a little bit of speed coming up that hill. We've still got a lot of weight behind us, so however powerful your truck is, it's still a big heavy trailer, and that you've got to pull. But this does seem much better than the previous truck, I've got to say. You can really notice the difference, which is good. This is the same road that we came up before. Really not sure, to be honest. It's hard to remember, any significant features which are going to confirm that one way or the other. Okay, so one other thing to mention about resting is if you try to rest before you're tired enough, it won't let you. So you go to a rest spot and turn your engine off and hit enter, and it says you cannot rest yet because you're not tired. So on that basis, you can't just rest whenever you feel like. It does have to be when you're getting tired and been driving for a certain number of hours, I suppose. And then of course you need services or a rest spot to be available somewhere, which so far we've been lucky. We haven't had any major close calls. A couple of times the bed's been red and we've been thinking, oh, we're going to get fined soon, but we've found somewhere to rest every time, so that's been okay so far. I have to say, up until now, I would say things are pretty much going according to my strategy. Nothing has gone hopelessly wrong. So, you know, could be a lot worse. We're doing all right, I think. Frankfurt, Stuttgart down there. Okay, went to Frankfurt before, didn't we? So maybe that's where we came down the road I was thinking of. Anyway, very quiet road now. It's 1:15 in the morning and nobody else is dark enough to be out here, only me. This is why I'd imagine some truckers might say they much prefer nights, because well, the roads are empty. So if you're going to turn right, why did you bother to overtake me? You could have just sat behind me for 50 yards. I mean, crazy, but there you go. Right, so I can never understand why people do that. I mean, they do that for real on the roads, and they overtake you and then immediately turn off. You think, well, why did you bother? You know? It's not to gain anything really in terms of time or anything. I mean, that guy that sat behind me, it would have cost him what, 30 seconds maybe? Just not worth it, but there you go. Anyway, on we go. So the bed is starting to get a little bit of colour on the bed icon. So we've still got 3.5 hours to go, so we might be able to rest when we drop this off. We'll check it out and see. If we can, might well be worth resting again and then being completely fresh to start the next run. But then again, if they're going to be, you know, sort of length where you're going to need to rest anyway, then what difference does it make? You might as well use whatever time you've got, then rest, and then use the rest of the time to complete the delivery. So key thing is that we're completing deliveries, not running into major issues so far. So I'm just going to check my F6. We've got 9 hours left to deliver this thing. It's going to take us 3. So whoa, going the wrong way. You say no major disasters, and I went the wrong way. And I hate this reversing because there could be something behind us and we could be about to bump into them, but hopefully not. Right, that should do it. Let's get round here before things get any worse. Right, it's because I was too busy looking at the F6 key trying to work out if we're going to make it on time. So we've got a little bit over 3 hours to go, and we've still got 9 hours of the delivery window left, so we're fine. So let's try and get this load there without any further disasters. Luckily I realised I'd gone the wrong way. But I mean, these roads would be alright to turn round on, to be honest. I mean, a bit hard swinging around a damn great truck like this, but at least it's not one with like barriers down the middle where you've got no chance of turning around for miles and miles and miles, and then cost you more time and wasted fuel. Got some roadworks there, yeah. Didn't see anything in terms of traffic lights, just a sort of flashing warning light, so we're in 37 miles an hour, so I'm not doing anything much to try and accelerate because we're sort of right on the speed limit. We are going uphill slightly at the moment, but it's much easier going up the hill now than it was before in that other truck, much easier. So I'm pleased I did that. Trying to be a good boy and dip my lights when I see something coming the other way, so I don't blind somebody. I don't actually think it matters in the simulation that much, but it's good practice anyway, so... Bit of a shame we can't see the scenery at the moment, because I think we might be coming through quite a sort of picturesque area, but we can't see anything much really. It's very dark out there, but then it would be. It's 2:45 in the morning. Oh yeah, I think he flashed his lights at me. You know, I think that's the first time I've actually seen someone flash their lights saying, "Dip your lights, mate." Wow. Well, I might try it again just to see if the next one does the same thing. But it might flash their lights at you. Oh, he comes. Let's see what happens. Is he going to flash his lights? Yeah, I think he did. You know, I think they do. I think they flash their lights at you. Oh, wow. Well, I've never noticed that before. That's pretty cool. I like it. Well, I do normally try and dip them anyway, so... Really didn't know they do that. That is pretty cool. I think I thought of most things in this. You've got to say, there's not many things that they, you know, haven't thought about. You've got to say. I really didn't think they'd flash a light. You like that? That is pretty good. Little things and all that. Right, okay, so where are we? We are 88 miles away from our destination. So that's not bad actually, that's gone reasonably quickly. We're coming up on a fuel and rest stop, but we've got loads of fuel because it came delivered with a full tank. And we don't need to rest again down here, so... I thought there was something coming the other way, and it's actually just a sign I saw, so... I can't get over them flashing the lights at you. I think that's really cool. But I'm not going to make people keep doing it, because... that, in fact, is just the fuel station. It's only on the other side of the road, but that's fine, we don't need it anyway. On the major roads, you tend to get the services where they're both sides of the road. That makes things even easier. On these small roads, sometimes there'll only be one side of the road. Well, you can get across there and fuel, rest, whatever, and then come back out again. But sometimes you can have a bit of trouble getting out if there's a lot of traffic. But this time of night, obviously, it'll be okay. So, let's keep going. We're only 75 miles away now. I like this truck. I do like this truck. I know some people might say they don't like Renaults, but I like this truck. Are we coming up on a... Looks like we're coming up on a toll. Are you serious? Really? Honestly? Oh, we are as well. Good lord. I'm going to have to pay a toll. Oh. Surprised by that, but there you go. Looks like we can go through this one. Don't see any reason why not. So are we paying here, or are we keeping the ticket because we're going to go down the other end? Keep the ticket, okay. Ticket in the pocket, and off we drop. I'm surprised we're going on the toll road. I didn't actually see us cross out of Germany into France. So maybe there's some German toll roads? I thought they were only in France, I have to confess, but... Metz and Reims on the signpost, and they are both French, so... Or was Metz? No, Metz is German, I think. Reims is definitely France. So, I'd have thought we're close to the border. So it looks like it's a German toll road, which I didn't know they had. I know France has got a few, we've been on a few, but Oh well. Anyway, it's not going to exactly bankrupt us paying a toll. We're actually coming up on another toll booth now, so it looks like it's quite a short one anyway. So, got the ticket in my pocket, mate. All is well. I'll cough up when we get to your booth. So whereabouts is it? There it is. Looks like we're okay going through this one from what I can see. Looks okay. £7. Well, that's it then, we're destitute now, £7. That was a very short toll road. And £7 is hardly going to bankrupt us, so when we got 85 grand in the bank. So 50 miles just about now. Okay, so we're fast approaching the slip road where we need to go off. Luxembourg, indeed, Luxembourg and Liège. I had a feeling Liège was Belgium, but I think it might be France. I'm not really sure, to be honest. My European geography is really not very good, as I'm finding out as I do this. Just have vague recollections of things like Liège is in Belgium. Standard Liège, they're the football team. I think it's Belgium, I do. Standard Liège are definitely the football team, I've heard of them. I do think it's in Belgium, but I wouldn't swear to it. So, passing another fuel station. This one's both sides of the road, you see, on the more major road. So we're carrying beef this time, and I think beef is one of the new cargoes added by the mod that I've got installed. I don't think beef is in the standard game. I don't remember it being anyway. So lane ends there, so just indicate to pull out. I don't think there's anybody behind us anyway. Yeah, I think beef might be added by the mod that I put in, so if you're not using the mod and you think, hang on a minute, where on earth did he get beef from? It's probably that. 56 mile an hour limit. And a border. So that should be goodbye to Germany and hello to Luxembourg, I think. Luxembourg being a very small country, one major city, which is called Luxembourg. And that's about it really. Don't know much about Luxembourg, except that it's very small. Sort of landlocked country bordered by Belgium, Germany, France. I think that's probably it. More than that I don't know. Luxembourg is the capital of Luxembourg. Sounds a bit weird, but there you go, the city and the country are called the same thing as far as I know. Right, anyway, concentrate. This is where we need to go. So I'm going to have a little look to the left. Ooh. You going to go? You're going to stop. You're going to stop. Okay. Just give the horn a quick toot just to say thank you. Damn decent chap let us out. Very rare, but you do get the odd one. So I think we have definitely been to Luxembourg before, because I can see we've discovered, I think, a recruitment agency there. So we must have been here before. And we haven't had a message come up saying Luxembourg discovered, which if we've been here before we won't get. So I think we've been here before, but not to worry. So I'm more interested in completing deliveries, getting the money in, and move towards possibly expanding that garage, as we said. Oops, just touched the curb. Okay, that's because it's left-hand drive and I'm not used to it yet. I keep forgetting that where my steering wheel is not sort of against the curb. It's out in the middle of the road because it's left-hand drive. See what I mean? So we're going out of here and straight opposite, basically, because that's the UPS depot over there. You can see the spinning icon indicating where we're supposed to be going into. So I'm just going to try and head through here and then make sure I don't bang into another trailer, which I could have been close to doing there, so I did a good job of getting out of that little predicament. Right, now I can't at the moment see where the assigned parking area actually is. Ah, there it is. Try and move the trailer to the right a bit. Too fast. Hit the wrong pedal. I meant to be slowing up then, and I did exactly the opposite. Right, let's try. Come on, go on. With a bit of luck, I think this should be good enough. That looks for me to be in the space it wants. Yep, there we go. Okay, disconnect the trailer. And we have gone from Prague to Luxembourg with beef. And we got an excellent rating, so that's good. What bonus did we get? We got proficiency bonus level 10 and long distance delivery bonus. That's fine. So I will leave it there for this video, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to pop off in a minute and see if we can rest. So hopefully I'll be rested before next time. If not, doesn't matter, we'll rest on the way somewhere. Okay, take care guys. Bye now.